Hello, everyone. Great to see you all joining our Data Integration Week. My name is Marina Paivina, and I'm Marketing Manager for Eastern Europe at Qlik, and welcoming you all here. Really quick introductory words on how the week will get going and what's ahead, and then we jump to the first webinar of the week with Ted Orme, our head of data integration strategy for EMEA at Qlik. This is the overview of Data Integration Week program. So we start with the overview of best practices on common data integration scenarios today, and then for the 3 next days we dive into the other topics like data consolidation in heterogeneous environments, data quality and data warehouse modernization. And then we wrap up the week with the AI topic also from Ted. The beauty of these 3 webinars on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is that they are delivered by our partners, btProvider, MEME, and Promity, sharing their expertise, sharing their real use cases on these data integration scenarios, and they are very open to your questions. So please prepare one for the experts. As for now, just quite a few words of how the week is organized. You will actually receive daily 2 letters, one at 9 a.m. With the daily lesson that including customer story, theory on some data integration scenario, hands-on practice with videos on Qlik Talend Cloud free trial, and also some additional links to deep dive on your own. And the second letter goes 15 minutes before the webinar with the details and Zoom link and the reminder and so on. I just will give you like a very quick 1-minute walk through today's lesson so that you understand how it's structured, and that's the structure we every day have for our Data Integration Week lessons. So that's the quick menu with the webinar customer case hands-on. You can jump in from the very first page if you would want to. Then goes the reminder about the webinar, customer case of the day. Today we have Domino's pizza case and how they got a single view of customers and operations worldwide from 85 structured and unstructured data sources with Talend Data Fabric. That's a great case. Please read this. Theory featuring different 7 data integration and data quality scenarios that can inspire you, give you some thoughts, erase some questions, and you can easily come with these questions to our webinar and ask our experts. Some additional theory on approaches to data integration. And also we have a hands-on section every day. Today it's quite long because we are discussing what is Talend Cloud free trial, what are the capabilities, and how to get the access to the free trial. And the short video, like 6 minutes and a little bit, for implementing no-code ETL in Talend Cloud. It's very step-by-step. Please take your time and also try this out during Data Integration Week, all the practical tasks we have all 5 days. Every day we also have deep dive section that's useful researches, white papers, ebooks. Please take a look and spend some time also understanding what are these resources, they are also very helpful. And go to the introductions of our webinar speakers today. Today, our key speaker is Ted Orme, Head of Data Integration Strategy for EMEA at Qlik. And we will have also three our partners, Alexandru from btProvider, Romana from MEM, and Karol from Promity, sharing in a very quick way their expertise and one of the best local cases in Slovakia, Poland, and Romania.
Cool. So good morning, everybody. Looking forward to this week ahead. I think it's great when we really put a focus on something and put out lots of content for you. There's lots and lots of content to get through throughout this week. There's a lot of content that I'm getting to that I'm going to share today, and ultimately there are three parts to what I want to discuss today. There's the overall platform itself. There are the use cases, the 7 scenarios of what you hear, what you see, the value of the overall platform where we can help organizations. And then there are 2 parts of partners. There's what we call our technology alliances, working with Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and then our delivery partners. And here I'm really happy to be joined today by some of our trusted partners who really are building out value within the portfolio, listening to our customers, listening to the needs, and delivering on the services, delivering on the capabilities of our platform. And it wouldn't be without our partners that we can deliver true value into the organizations that we sell to today. So I'm going to start by saying thank you to them first. More to those when we come on to them in a few minutes. I'm going to move through the main part of the content just to understand how we're helping organizations and the complexities in which we meet today. The combination of Qlik and Talend is a unique offering in the industry. Qlik has been a market leader for analytics for many years, but I come from the integration side of our business, which is now really much quite a 50-50, a part of the whole portfolio. But it all comes around data. Everything that we do for over 30 years in this industry is about getting value out of data. But the data landscape has changed dramatically. The rise of cloud, the rise of complexity, now the rise of Gen AI, new chat GPTs and the like. But still the value of data is critical, that has been locked within silos, within production environments, that we need to get to the business users, to the applications that are needed. And data is forever changing. The number of SaaS applications are growing, the complexity is going, and still we hear over and over that so many data products start with just getting the right data prep. And that 50 to 90% of many of these machine learning new platforms, the time spent in just getting the data is the first challenge that organizations have. And this is where Talend, Qlik Talend, and our overall portfolio have been leading that way in helping organizations get value out of the data that they hold today. So 2 parts of our portfolio: integration, analytics, built on foundational services that live in the cloud. You'll hear this over and over today, but I just want to be clear. We are a cloud-first organization, but not cloud only. Actually, it's about 50-50% of our revenue is completely on-premise, helping organizations with their complex workloads in transactional systems within the data center. And about 50% is in the cloud, or in modernizing and helping organizations on a journey to the cloud. It is this combination of both, this hybrid approach for on-premise solutions as well as cloud platforms, that really differentiate us in the market in helping organizations on that journey, helping organizations start with solving the challenges they have today, but look to the future about newer platforms, newer technologies, about where they're going in the overall strategy of the technology that they own today. And why is it that we win? Why is it that we're helping organizations? Really, it's as simple as it's the full complexity, the comprehensive platform that we offer today. Any data in any format. Overall, that is where our market leading strength is, built on CDC technology, standing for Change Data Capture, but also just universal connectivity to SaaS, to databases, to files, and being able to deliver data faster, helping organizations get value out of their data is really where we've built upon the full portfolio stack. And it is enterprise grade, the full trust of the platform. Enterprise grade is both from the orchestration engines itself, but also in the data quality, data governance, data lineage, the trust of the data that we deliver helps the overall platform stand out and above over just normal tooling. Comprehensive, agile, and enterprise is how we've helped organizations truly get the value out of data. And this is the one slide really that just puts together what it is and the 3 stages of integration for moving, delivering data, unlocking data out of any system, transforming it on-premise or in the cloud, within the data center or across multiple cloud platforms for governance and control, giving you trust of that data, analytics-ready data that you can trust for the use cases, whatever they may be. And we'll come into the patterns and the use cases next in a little bit more detail. But first, this is a storytelling side in understanding the value and how we help organizations. Whatever organization, whichever vertical, whether you're in banking or finance or insurance or retail or automotive, and the business has questions of data, has use cases. What are we trying to do with data? How are we getting the value out of data? And then there is this gap between operational systems and the business outcome. And the first choice many organizations are going through is choosing that cloud platform they're providing, the newer infrastructure, or a hybrid approach across multiple cloud platforms. And we help both our organizations across all of our tech alliances, and we'll come to many use cases around that in a few minutes. The first question is a metadata question. This is a query. The business needs to understand what data do we have, in what format, who is using that data, for what use case. This is where a framework, often that data is a product that would be used by the business. Understanding a metadata and the active metadata around all of your organizations, Oracle and SQL, DB2, SAP, mainframe, SaaS systems, files, emails, whatever it may be, understanding value first is where we help organizations. And then we build out pipelines. We build out pipelines for both ELT or ETL. Extract, transforming, load, extract, loading and transformation, or wherever that data is needed. Batch loading, moving data is the first building block of the platform. Before then, we offer transformation. And this is a real uniqueness in the market, in the way in which we can offer you the choice of where does that transformation run. Does a transformation run within the warehouse, within the lakehouse, within streaming platforms, on-premise, in the cloud, in Kubernetes clusters? Giving the choice to a customer about where that compute runs is a real differentiator. Moving, transforming, and then also exposing the data to other applications. API gateways, as well as controlling the API for applications, or exposing APIs to then drive other business value, as in sending data back again into what's called reverse ETL, back again into source systems. And over and above the whole of our platform, embedded into all of the processes that we deliver today, is data quality and governance. Lineage, observability, understanding that data, and do you trust it? Who else is using it? This is the foundation layer of the Qlik Talend Cloud, the Qlik Talend platform, our data fabric to support not one use case, but many within the organization. So that's the overall. I didn't break into products there. I didn't break into, they are individual services, individual components to deliver value. But now let's drive in and understand what are those typical use cases. All of these use cases can be delivered within the Qlik Talend Fabric, within our cloud first, but also a client-managed on-premise platform, helping organizations, whatever that use case may be. And this is where the fabric is critical for not just a single use case. It's not as though we're supporting only one line of business. The fabric, as an IT function, supports multiple use cases across all of your organization, on-premise, in the cloud, or hybrid across multiple clouds. And the first one is a simple database to database synchronization model. This is often called like an ODS, a real-time transactionally consistent copy of operational systems. This we've been selling them for many years in my own minds for multiple use cases. When it's a mainframe, it's often called MIPS reduction, because you want to be able to offload mainframe data to a cheaper infrastructure and then running analytics or downstream processing, or just integration between two business databases is critical, or SAP directly into a transactional system. Understanding these two environments are critical. And from us, we do this automatically for you. We automatically do the mappings. We automatically do the data transformations between those environments to create a real-time, transactionally consistent copy of one database to another. But we haven't yet done any transformation. And this is really where replication and loading is the first stage to a data warehouse modernization platform. And here, these next 2 or 3 use cases are sort of combined, because actually in the modern space of data warehousing, and Snowflake here is an example, Redshift or BigQuery or Synapse from Microsoft or similar cloud-based data warehouse, you need to get that data to that platform and then run push down SQL, the SQL transformation directly within the cloud. Modern warehouses, if you go all the way back to sort of Teradata in the early 80s, the model of whether or not it's third normal form, data warehousing or data marts or data vault 2.0, getting the data into these platforms and then making it analytics ready. This is the modernization of many of the data warehousing solutions where we're helping organizations. The other platform is around data lakes. And again, are these different use cases, or are they combining and coming to the same? A data lake can traditionally be on a storage layer like S3, or on storage like ADLS Gen 2 or dataprop within Google. But these are the Hadoop platforms in the cloud are being able to get all of the data. And typically you have larger volumes of data, and bringing this all together to do exploration, do transformation, machine learning, or AI initiatives within a data lake platform. From our perspective, it's just another type of endpoint within our Fabric support that we have within the platform itself. So analytics-ready data for warehousing platforms or lakehouse platforms. And what we next see is this combination of the two, the lakehouse. Databricks have been trying to claim that lakehouse framework for many years, as well as Snowflake. In fact, even AWS and Google, the lakehouse combines the data warehousing, the lakehouse, the data lake, to meet multiple use cases. And this is really where we're seeing this combination. And Databricks have done a good job in this space for what they call their medallion architecture, moving stuff between landing, bronze, silver, gold, and delivering analytics-ready data for not just a traditional AI platform, but for normal warehousing use cases, normal reporting analytics. Both Snowflake and Databricks, Microsoft with their Synapse platform, Google BigQuery, the lakehouse has come together now to support all of these different use cases. But traditional warehousing and data lakes, we still see a lot of those in the on-premise world, as well as the lakehouse predominantly in the cloud. Another pattern that we see a lot is around real-time data with streaming technologies like Kafka, Kinesis, event hubs. And here we have uniqueness in the market through our CDC, our change data capture offering, that we can turn a database directly into a stream. Log-based CDC, if you think of a log of Oracle, a log of getting bigger and bigger, we can take that and stream it directly into Kafka, directly into messaging platforms downstream. And why is this important? Because this is much more to do with an application development or APIs. Often you don't need users here. You know, when I interact with a bank and I do a transaction on my mobile phone or others, that real-time transaction is pushed out through CDC directly to Kafka, and then people are building applications with KSQL directly in the stream of Kafka to build real-time applications without it ever having to land directly within a warehouse. So streaming technologies is really where we've enhanced. This framework is often called a Kappa architecture, where a database is turned into a stream and building applications directly in streaming technologies. And we can also take that further. We can read from a stream and then run transformations from there. So our end-to-end vision of turning a database into a stream and also reading streaming technologies, taking from the topic of Kafka and building out applications or transformations in the stream is a real, again, uniqueness in the market. There are certain technologies, competitors out there that can do the CDC part, other competitors that maybe do transformations, but combining that offering together, CDC and transformation, on-premise cloud, in the lakehouse, or in streaming technologies, is a real differentiator where we're helping organizations to meet multiple use cases. And we'll hear this over and over as we get to the use case slides and understanding where our partners help, because it's all about the use case, all about the exact requirements where we've helped organizations. The next few use cases are more about value over and above the data. And data quality and governance is where, from Talend's perspective, and now within Qlik Talend, we've been leading the way. Because if you can't truly trust the data that you hold within the application, if you can't trust the data that you're building within the platforms that you're managing today, then you lose all credibility and the value of that data is meaningless. Understanding then the quality, understanding the governance, and trusting the data for the use case drive is critical. And we've been helping organizations on that journey. And one of the webinars, I think in 2 days' time, is focusing specifically on this use case about governance and quality in a very large, complex environment. And the last part is about APIs. There are 2 parts to APIs. It's about API services, creating APIs, unlocking data so it can be used within other applications, unlocking data so that other developers can build upon data that you have within the framework. And the second part of API is about consumption, is about using APIs. And here we integrate with other third-party API platforms as well as our own through app automation, being able to connect and pull data from another system via an API, run process on that, and deliver that back through reverse ETL or action within the platform itself. So APIs are a key part of our platform and gateway in order to get value out of the data and the pipelines that we build today. And actually there was one more, because there's always one more in a framework, which is understanding operational transformation. What do I mean by this? I've spoken a lot already in these use cases about cloud. I'm speaking a lot with the technology license when we talk about Microsoft and Google and Snowflake. But as I said at the beginning, 50% of our revenue today is not in the cloud. 50% of our revenue is still just helping organizations on their complex workloads within the data center. And here we have been we've been working in this space for over 20 years, helping organizations with complex workloads, being able to get data from one system, run transformation on that, and deliver it to another. The power of our Qlik Talend platform, the Qlik Talend Fabric itself, is about being able to run these remote processes on almost any system, running across multiple platforms, or just running business processes within the data center between different applications. We call this just traditional ETL or operational data transformation, helping organizations truly manage their data estates within the complex workloads of or regulatory reasons of on-premise transactional systems. So on-premise, cloud, hybrid between the on-premise and the cloud. This is really where we've helped organizations over many years and really been leading that way through enterprise comprehensive market-leading CDC with real-time data, ETL for extracting, transforming, and loading, and data quality and governance, helping organizations truly build a platform that's helping them get value out of their most complex and most valuable data that they hold in whatever industry they're working in today. So that's an overview of the platform. That's an overview of the technology. And now there are 2 parts of our partnerships, of our technology alliances that I want to drive into to go in more detail. And really, the first part is truly understanding these targets in here, the target platforms that we're working on, and our relationship with what we call the tech alliances, the cloud platforms or the technology streaming platforms that we support today. And really, it is because of these partnerships that we really have about business value, working with Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Snowflake, Databricks, and the like. And these are the partnerships that, from a technology point of view, which we're building. And then when we have our delivery partners, we come on to the use cases there, they have the expertise and what we call the sort of the rule of three: Qlik, Google, and a technology and a delivery partner to bring value, or Qlik, a partner in Snowflake in working in collaboration together. So I'm just going to go over some of our technology partnerships and use cases and customer examples, and then we'll bring in some of our local partners who have delivered value in helping organizations use the overall technology. So for each one of these, there's one slide that just drives into a little bit of detail around them and about some of our use cases. And firstly, with Microsoft. Microsoft, in many ways, we have a competing message in our analytics portfolio, but from our integration side, we really are one of the closest of partners, and helping organizations like UBS, like ExxonMobil, like Centrica stream real-time data out of operational systems directly into Synapse to build business value. And Green Tweed was an example here, where they've got manufacturing data for building out operational, they build aeroplanes and the like out of the US. They have SAP data, they have mainframe data, and we stream that data directly to the Microsoft stack in order to build out data products within Azure. The other great use case around AWS, a lot of our partners, our SaaS platform itself, in helping organizations stream real-time data, again, all the way up to the AWS platform. In Europe, we've worked really closely with Airbus, with Schneider Electric and Siemens, and many others. We're going to hear more about some of those later in the week. But the one that we highlight here is with Vanguard. Vanguard are a wealth management financial organization who have huge amounts of mainframe, Oracle, SQL, and the like, and streaming real-time data up to the cloud and building a cloud-first strategy all on AWS. In fact, they were so successful, Amazon invited them onto the keynote stage at Amazon reInvent to talk about their journey. And in front of all of the AWS partners, AWS customers, Vanguard told their story about being a cloud-first organization, and we were the foundation layer. We were delivering all of that data to the cloud in a trusted format in real time to deliver multiple applications all within the AWS platform. Google, it's a very similar story. Google for many years has been really close. We work closely with them in the UK, in a lot of our telcos. Vodafone and Telefonica are all using us for streaming data to the Google Cloud, as well as Charles Schwab and banking, HSBC. Have all of their cloud platforms on the Google Cloud. And the use case or drive here is Jaguar Land Rover. Jaguar Land Rover is one of the ones I work very closely with. I'm based out of the UK. And again, SAP and mainframe streaming up to the GCP cloud directly into Google BigQuery and then building applications. But directly with JLR, a huge amount of their data is still within the data center. Even though we're helping them on their Google journey, a lot of their platform is still within the data center, helping them operationalize all of their most complex and really security conscious data that we help move around their enterprise. The last two before we dive on to the local partners is working with Snowflake. Snowflake has been a very close partner for data warehouse and data warehouse modernization. And the customer here would be ABB, helping streaming real-time data out of SAP, 37 different SAP systems, landing data in real time into Snowflake, then transforming that through push-down SQL to create analytics-ready data before building out applications. We support Power BI and Tableau and others, but where Qlik and Qlik Sense is building out that platform. End-to-end vision, all within Snowflake in the heart, but Qlik is helping the ABB stream real-time data and build business applications. And the last one would be Databricks, and where we really have grown over the last few years. We were Partner of the Year working with Databricks last year. And why is that? It's because of our integration technology and our analytics and data quality offerings. Streaming real-time data, Mercedes-Benz would be one of our large ones here in Europe, but JB Hunt is a very similar organization, streaming real-time data through event hubs and Azure Data Factory directly into Azure Databricks, analytics running SQL push down across those platforms, and then driving outputs into that. So end-to-end vision in collaboration. So I started with the use cases. About what is it that you can do with integration? What are the use cases where you might need a data fabric for supporting integration between operational systems and the business? The technology alliances are the overall framework of where we're helping organizations on that journey to the cloud. Cloud first, but not cloud only, because a huge number of our customers are very much on-premise today, and we're helping them on that journey to the cloud. But now delivering of our technology, delivering on those is where we work closely with partners in the field. And this is a short intro to some of our partners here, and there are going to be more during the week to do a deep dive into how they've helped organizations. But firstly, I'd like to introduce Alexandru to just quickly walk through how btProvider have helped Carrefour.
Hello, Ted. Do you hear me okay?
We do.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for the intro. Thank you for inviting us in the Talend Data Integration Week. We feel honored and humble to participate. So very briefly, Carrefour issued an RFP that was basically the basis for their evaluation of multiple BI solutions that were invited in the RFP. In the end, Carrefour chose Talend. And here we had a fantastic collaboration with the former Talend team, now Qlik Talend, in order to work together for the building up the proposal that was basically the winning combination for Carrefour. Why is Carrefour doing this? Because they are undergoing a massive digital transformation project, and one of the pillars is data. In the data pillar, the Carrefour strategy is to converge all data integration activities, regardless of their scope, purpose, size, volume, variety, velocity, in Talend. Why? Because they realize that Talend Data Fabric provides the required platform features to be able to govern multiple processes, to be able to withstand variable volumes of data, and hence they are converging all data integration activities towards Talend. At this moment, 2.5 years after we started the implementation of the platform, I can say that Carrefour is leveraging the Talend Cloud platform to the max. And we have more than 60 use cases in production in various formats, either batch, either real-time, either API-based integrations. And we are proud to say that also we recently launched a public success story with Carrefour, where they do provide details on how Talend Data Fabric has helped them and is still helping them in the digital transformation program. I would like you to ask the entire audience to join us tomorrow for a more in-depth presentation of the use case of Talend in Carrefour.
Alexandru, many thanks. And it was just I've already seen some of that messaging and things. We really thank you for partnering and delivering on that. And as I've been talking and giving an overview, this is an exact example of just where the fabric can support one use case, but many, and really where the value is in around data governance and control to meet all of those different use cases. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more about that then tomorrow, and I also recommend others to join us for that session as well.
Looking forward to.
Second partner we talked about here, and just giving an overview of how we've helped organizations. I'd like to introduce, is it Romana on the line, where we've helped organizations with MIM, helping sort of central management of in Slovakia.
Hello, everyone.
That's Romana.
So thank you for introduction, Ted. So my name is Romana Lajdova, one more time. And I work for MIM company as IT consultant and talent solution architect. Today, I would like to introduce you a unique platform which was developed in Slovakia, and its name is Central Management of Reference Data. Several years ago in Slovakia, an initiative was launched to enhance data sharing efficiency across state administration. This idea was subsequently also supported by legislation. Consequently, there arose a pressing need to establish a strong platform facilitating seamless information exchange among the many authorities operating in Slovakia. Central Management of Reference Data Platform became an answer. This platform was built on and it's operated through Talend Data Fabric. Next slide, please. This platform allows data providers to submit information only once, and after which it becomes accessible to numerous other state bureaus. Data consumers can easily access a diverse range of data sets sourced from different providers, all through a centralized and efficient system. We implemented data provisioning via Central Management of the Reference Data Platform in two different ways. First way is that we implemented several SOAP services for data providers, enabling them not only to provide data, but also to consolidate it. And also there is a second option, an alternative where data providers can create their own REST and SOAP APIs, and we implemented routes for consumers to deliver this data. This approach ensures that each data provider has a single counterpart to integrate with and does not need to communicate with every data consumer individually. Next slide, please. Since the provided data sets vary widely, and we must be able to handle different expectations and corner cases, it is really a big advantage that the solution is built on Talend. This allows us to spend less time on coding and we can focus more on communication with bureaus, defining the right structures of data sets and APIs, and helping enhance also the data quality of provided data. As a result of this approach, we have connected more than 70 information systems of Slovak bureaus that provide and consume hundreds of different data sets. There are plans to gradually add even more systems step by step. So thank you very much for your attention, and now I will hand it over to you, Ted.
Many thanks, Romana. And again, a really great example of both ways. Integration isn't just about moving, transforming data. It's about having a layer of governance and control about business value to an organization. Where are the complexities you sit, and helping organizations get access to the right data that they can trust. It really has been a great overall story about helping all customers there, and thank you for being a good partner. And finally, third partner here, just to give you an overview before we look in some more detail. Karol, I'll ask you to just tell us a little bit about Promity and about the project you've been working on.
Hello, everybody. So if you want to hear something more about Promity, I would like to invite you over for my Thursday part. Now I would like to tell you just in a few sentences about this example. As Promity, we work with Talend for over 10 years, delivering various solutions to our customers. And today I'd like to tell you a few words about one of our product families we are offering. I'm talking about something we call talent-based applications. One of the unique features of Talend is the possibility to generate executable code, which is a basis of this kind of solutions. What does it mean in practice? Let's walk through this example, which is right now on the screen, in a few sentences. A few years ago, all banks in Poland were required to report data related to new and changed customer records, selected groups of customers, and balances of selected groups of accounts as well on a daily basis. National Clearing House, acting as a host of this requirement, has prepared a system to collect this type of information, which was an obligatory system for all the banks. However, this was not a one-way communication. banks were receiving responses containing the statuses of uploaded data with information of the need of eventual corrections. On the bank side, it was necessary to prepare a solution that would handle collecting data from banking systems, verifying it in a data sent earlier, with the data sent earlier, transmitting the data to the clearinghouse, and handling the feedback and responding to this feedback. There was a dedicated team created in the operations of the bank to handle those processes. It's worth to mention that from project perspective, complexity of processes and short implementation time were not only the challenges we've met. Since the bank was already using Talend, we were able to come up with an unconventional solution, which we call Talend-based application. As a solution to this challenge, we provided a web-based workflow application to support the process containing of user front-end, which was developed using Angular, while all data-related backend tasks were done as a Talend jobs, which after compiling into the jar files or jar libraries were called as a functionalities by the front-end application. This approach gave us the opportunity to work on the application design and business functionality in parallel, keeping the track of changing requirements. The separation of two layers also enabled us to make changes to the individual layers independent. Modifications to the business part, which is jobs, did not require changes to the front end, but only the installation of new version of jobs. This operation is so simple that the customer can perform them by themselves, by himself. And I think that's the place for the first takeaway. Using Talend-based applications approach, we are able to quickly deliver flexible applications that meet often very complex customer and changing requirements using all power delivered by Talend. And we will learn about, you will see them during this whole week. This we call efficiency, which we can ensure by dividing the solution into the data processing tasks and web application development. At this point, it's worth mentioning that this is not the only way to use the functionality of building an executable version of the job. Being now with you, I would like to take this opportunity to invite you not only to all webinars, as I said, is on Thursday, by the way, but also to start your adventure with Qlik Talend Data Fabric products as tools to build value for your organization using the data you already have and the data you can have using those tools. Thank you.
Many thanks then, Karol. And you can see here that we have a whole week ahead of great content. Great partners, great business value, great customer stories, and really a deep dive into the technology. And it'd be wrong of me then to also maybe just promote myself at the end of the week. We're going to do a summary of just bringing some of this together and talking about some of the future, about Gen AI, about what we're seeing, about in the industry as a whole, because the industry really is changing, fast moving, and about this newer initiatives around Gen AI, ChatGPT, and what does that mean? Traditional BI, analytics for machine learning, and Gen AI is now really, there isn't a single enterprise client conversation we're having that doesn't have a strategy. What are you doing? How are you doing this? And from an integration point of view, this will be some of the content and some of the deep dive I'll be doing on Friday in understanding the fabric supports multiple use cases. This is a theme you've heard over and over today already. In the 50 use cases here, 70 use cases here, the warehouse, the lakehouse, and now this newer Gen AI with vector databases and RAG applications and about LLMs and how we're using that. It's the same story from an integration point of view. What data do you have, in what format, and why? Why are the questions that are driving organizations for these newer technologies? And I'll be going into more details about building out RAG applications, LLMs, and the like on the Friday session. And we're more than happy to take some questions also on that technology at the end of the week. So in summary, overall, the full Qlik Talend offerings. Talend have been a leaders for integration for many years. Combining that with our CDC technologies from the Attunity acquisition 5 years ago, this is our end-to-end vision within Qlik, how we're helping organizations. We move data, we make sense of it, we transform it in a trusted platform, analyzing that to then create action, create outcomes of the platform itself. But the Qlik Talend Data Fabric is the key foundation layer for all of the business, not just one use case, but many. And I'm really looking forward to the coming content, the coming sessions where our customers and our partners are being able to build value over the integration platforms we deliver today to move, transform, and govern that data, to deliver that data in a trusted data fabric to the business, both on-premise and in the cloud. So I'm going to stop sharing there and say many thanks to the partners and the other contributors today. I'm really looking forward to their individual sessions over the next few days before I'll be back at the end of the week to share more about Gen AI and the newer technologies that we offer to the industry today. Apologies, I can't see my QA window. If there are any questions,
I do have two questions. So the first one is, are the proposed solutions offered in the cloud, or there is an opportunity to use them on premises?
So exactly that hopefully I'll stress that a few times. It's a hybrid. It's both. So again, there is the Talend Studio is very much for managing, controlling, you're building a lot of your frameworks. And then where do you want that compute run? Do you want that compute running within our cloud, within the Qlik Talend Cloud, or do you want to have that running within the data center, within your platforms itself? So again, it's all configurable. It's the choice. And this is really a differentiator from us and some of our competitors, and then many of our competitors are pushing everybody to the cloud to have things all run in the cloud. Our innovation and our new technologies are being launched and driven in the cloud, but our support for on-premise and helping those customers for those complex workloads is critical, and we're still investing heavily in that. So again, hybrid, it's your choice. Where would you like the transformation running?
Great, thanks a lot, Ted. And even two more questions. Yes, how long or time consuming are the projects for Talend Data Fabric?
Yeah, it's a piece of string question, as I always say. It's twice as long as half a piece of string. No, look, it's a very, very quick and agile to get started. A typical project you may get started within just a few months to get value, to show what you're doing, but it may well take you a year to get all the access. You saw there the example where it was within 2 years there were over 60 use cases in production. That's really where we often don't try and start with a big bang. Don't try and come in and do everything in one big environment. Find those use cases that you can build value in early, and then build up the use cases on the platform itself. A use case driven approach is much more successful than coming in and trying to sell a platform. If I come in and say, oh, I can do everything for you, and then nothing gets happened. Find a use case first of a need that has a certain pain, a certain requirements, you're not getting the value you need, then that is where the platform can come. We can do that in just a few months, and then you're building on the use cases to build business value. And that's exactly how we're helping organizations.
Thank you, Ted. And I can also add that you can read in the deep dive section the link, the total economic impact of Talend research, and there are some more really, really good examples on ROI. Does Talend Cloud agent has limitation on compute?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say there's limitations. There are 2 license models that are out there. Ultimately, let's talk about licensing. It's a user-based model, or it's a capacity-based model in different environments. So again, it's not a simple thing to give an answer straight away, but there's no limitations as such. We have organizations, you saw some of those, big banking customers and Carrefour and others we are selling at the enterprise level within organizations with their most complex systems. So whether or not that's you know, Mercedes-Benz and BMW and Jaguar Land Rover, or HSBC and NatWest and banking and, you know, Verizon, these are huge, great transactional banking platforms or manufacturing platforms or government organizations. There is no sort of limitations as such.
Thanks. Is deploying Talend and Qlik services on Google Cloud platform in Saudi Arabia currently available?
Nice.
Yeah, we have some attendees actually from EMEA region also. Yeah.
Oh, great. The opening up of data centers and cloud platforms in Saudi Arabia and in other environments is aggressively on our time frame around. At the moment, we don't have any native components running in our SaaS platform on GCP in Saudi Arabia or in others. But let me just be clear, just to understand the architecture for a moment. And again, it's a real differentiator from us and others. What we have is what's called, we install a gateway. That gateway component can sit anywhere within your data center and the like. And you want to move data from SAP to Google BigQuery in Saudi Arabia. Our management layer will define that within our SaaS, but no data will flow from your source systems to our SaaS and then to GCP. The data flow goes directly from your source systems to GCP or in Saudi Arabia or any of the other cloud platforms on any platform itself. So the fact that we do not have services running on GCP in Saudi Arabia, that is from a technology and an architecture point of view, by design. We do not want to have systems running everywhere, but the source and target combination can run anywhere. So we can send data directly on premise to Google BigQuery in Saudi Arabia in that data center, and there's no data governance issues, there's no complexity issues, we're not there's no security compliance issues for that. We are just managing it and the metadata components, and we are transforming that data directly into GCP in the new cloud in Saudi Arabia. So again, really strong governance and control. Our SaaS platform is not, we're not trying to own all the data within our SaaS platform. We are just a management console layer for pipelines that can move anywhere. I've found it, you know, really useful and really engaging. Thanks a lot for those questions, everybody, and I'm really looking forward to the week ahead and learning more, even myself, about some of our partners and customers and the use cases that they've been driving. And I look forward to also rejoining on Friday and giving you an overview of some of the newer technologies of where Gen AI sits. And if you have questions during the week, we can have an extended, longer bit of Q&A on the Friday session as well, where I'm more than happy to summarize some of the questions there may be from the week ahead.
Tomorrow's webinars will be at the same time, 11 a.m. set. Managing data consolidation in a heterogeneous environment with Alexandru and Anna Maria from btProvider. Stay tuned. Thanks a lot for your attention today. Have a nice day to everyone.
Thank you, everyone.